New York City, amazing city full of buildings, trees, like one of the most populated in the whole entire USA, and overall like one of the most populated around the world. Is an amazing place to visit. Everyone has to visit there. But however, one of the most important part of New York City that everyone knows about is the boroughs, because it's just amazing. So anyway, New York City Borough definitely have a lot going on. So basically, in this video, we're just going to be talking about some geography crap and basically just some cool stuff about New York City, because New York City is pretty cool, let's be honest. And of course, I'm soon going to be talking about the history, which is going to be included as part 2, because like New York City has gone through some stuff. First step on the subway wreck, or just the subway, whatever, is the one that I'm probably the most familiar with, which is Brooklyn. It's named after Brooklyn, from the Netherlands, which just basically means the name is Dutch. It's settled in 1634. The largest county is the CO County, and the flag in CO is here. And the motto is in everyone's favorite language, Latin, which basically is, I'm not even gonna say it, it basically means unity makes strength. Total area is about 97 square miles. The land takes about 71 square miles, and the water takes about the rest, which is about 26 square miles. The population totals to around 2,600,000, and the density is about 37,300 square miles in average. The demonym is Brooklyn Night. The zip code is usually like 112XX, and the average GDP is about 60 million. Just talk about the Brooklyn geography, because geography is the most important stuff in the world. Anyway, it borders on the southwest Long Island and the southeast New York, U.S. coextensive, with the Kings County separated from the Manhattan by the East River and the lower New York West Bay, the Atlantic Ocean south, and borough of Queens on the northeast. Brooklyn connected to Manhattan by 3 bridges, including the Brooklyn Bridge and many other funicular tunnels and tubes. Race stat that no one cares about. So basically, the white made up about 49.5%, and of the 49.5%, 19.8% are Hispanic, and African American made up 35.8%, Asian made up about 11.3%, Native American made up about 1%, 2 or more race people made up about 2.2%, other race made up about 8.9%, and Pacific Islanders only made up about 0.1%. That's 88 males per 100 females. That's a large amount lesbian. Language aside, English includes 17%, Spanish 6.5%, Chinese 5.5%, Russian 3.5%, Yiddish 2.75%, French Creole 1.3%, Italian 1.2%, Hebrew 1%, Polish 1%, French, and 0.9% Arabic. 38% are foreign born. Next borough we have is Manhattan, not the cocktail. Great. Manhattan is famous for a lot of stuff like the buildings and architecture and the business company. However, Manhattan is especially famous for some of the main important buildings, such as the Empire State Building, the building that 9/11 crashed, and the Statue of Liberty that the French gave, but the New Yorker just claimed they did. Anyway, it's named after Manhattan, which just basically means place where they get the boats. Amazing. And the nickname is the city, and settled in 1924. And guess what city Manhattan is? No, it's not Toronto, it's in New York City, of course. The area totals around 33.58 square miles, which is one of the smallest. The land totals around 22.83 square miles, and water takes about 10.76. The population totals around 1.6 million. The density is about 72,918 per square mile. A person from Manhattan would be called a Manhattanite, and Ziplo is basically 100, 101, and 102 as the prefix. It also has one of the highest GDP per capita at about 630 billion. It's also in New York City coextensive with New York County and Southeast, as well as New York State U.S. Borough, mainly on the Manhattan Island, which spills across the Marble Hill section on mainland, and also it borders along the Hudson River west, Harlem River, and the Spunnian Duville Creek at northeast, East River at east, of course, and the upper New York Bay south. Demographic, basically, Manhattan has about 58.9% white, 10.3% Asian, and the rest are just black, as well as a sprinkle of Native American and other races. Anyway, 20% of the people in Manhattan is the owner, which basically makes it the second lowest rate in the county, aside from Bronx, obviously. 27% are foreign born, 8% are Irish immigrant, 7% are Italian, 7% are also German, 6% are Russian, 36% are Roman Catholic, 20.5% are Jewish, 9% are Protestant, 2.5% are Muslim, and 67.5% are U.S.-born citizen, 17.76% are not U.S. citizen, and 14.74% are not citizen, 47.3% are male, 52.7% are female. Now let's go south to the Staten Island. It's named Staten Island because for one, it's an island, and for second, it's named after the State General of the country of Japan, not Japan. It's named after the General of the Netherlands. The nickname is the Forgotten Borough. Wait, what? And it's settled in 1661. The area is about 102.5 square miles. Land takes about 58.5. Water takes about 44. And the population is about 480 and moving toward 500. A person from Staten Island is called Staten Islander. Creative as heck. And the zip code is basically 103 followed by 2 number. The GDP is about 1 billion. It's also location-wise, it's east and most southern New York City part island increase on the urban area. North Shore became one of the most urban part of the island. It is slightly separated from New Jersey by the Kill and Kilvanco by New York Bay. It's the least populated borough in the whole entire New York City, and demographic Hispanic is about 17.3% of the white, which makes up about 75.7%. African American make up 10.6%. Asian make up about 7.5%. Native American make up about 0.4%. Other make up about 2.8%. 20% are foreign born, and 78% are U.S. born Europeans. The most populated is Italian at 34.7%. Next to Irish at 14.2%. The next borough we have is literally just Queens. Literally just named Queens. It's named by the Catherine of Braganza, which if you could guess it's a queen, but however he did not want to give any rights to the king, so he just named it Queens. Its city is located in New York City, and the area totals around 178 square miles. Land totals around 109 square miles, and the water totals to around 70 square miles. Population totals to around 2,400,680, and the zip code is usually just prefix 110 to 116. It is also one of the most ethnically diverse urban area action far west of the portion of Long Island, and includes smaller islands such as the Jamaica Bay and parts along the Gateway Recreation Area by New York Harbor. Brooklyn is also one of the only other New York City borough geographically Long Island, which lies just by southwest of Queens. It also has estuary flowing in East River, forming parts of the border across the west and north of the East River, as well as the Nassau County and east of Long Island. Flushing Bay and River are also connecting to East River. Plus, more demographic, 50% are white, 24% are Asian, 20% are black, 3% are mixed, and 48% are foreign born. Finally, Bronx. Named after Jonas Bronx, but spelled wrong, settled in 1898 in the state of New York. Named after Jonah Bronx. Bronx is made in 1898 in the state of New York, an area about 57 square miles. Land takes about 42 square miles, and water takes about 15 square miles, which makes up about 27% of the entire Bronx area. The highest elevation is about 80 feet, and the population totals around 1,400,000, and the density is about 35,000 per square mile. The zip code is about 104XX. Here's the area code in case you want to be an FBI agent, and here's the GDP, and the geography is south of west near the Chester County, and it's also northeast and east of Manhattan, across the Harlem River, north of Queens, and across East River. Bronx by the Bronx River with an andesite, flat side, white. Non-Hispanic make up about 9.1%, white with Hispanic make up about 44.9%, black made up about 43.6%, Asian make up about 4.5%, and Native American make up about 2.9%, and other make up about 4.1%.